Okay. A of all, I'm just gonna be real with you and say it's pretty dang cold right now. I mean, you can't feel it because you're just watching me through a video, which makes perfect sense, but it is legitimately kind of cold out here, so I'm outside in case you couldn't tell. Oh, see that? See outside? That's the moon right there. I am outdoors. I'm on a balcony. See my balcony? Wow, balcony. It's pretty awesome. I don't know, for some reason I'm digging the videos lately, so you're getting another video. I kind of just want to tell you a little bit about what's going on. It's been a really awesome week. I think like I'm realizing how much of my ministry is my team, and how like there's a lot of what we're doing here that's also my ministry, and like we're working with a pastor. His name is Jean-Bor Horvat, who is really awesome too, and like you'll see a little bit in the video of like what we've been doing with him, but like a lot of my ministry has been my team, and I'm realizing like that's okay, and like that's awesome, and like there's some stuff on my team that like we need to work through as a team, and like we need to work through like some personal stuff with people that like I'm totally okay with being my mission, because it's kind of crazy how much like I'm really loving these people right now. Like they're just super awesome, and I don't know, it's just been really good. And like okay, let me think what I should tell you. Okay, so we've been living in this house, which is right here. This is the house. You can't see it right now, but I'm going to show it to you soon. But we've been living in this house that's like pretty awesome for World Race standards. Although I do hang my clothes up on this line right here. This is a clothesline that I do have to hang my clothes up on, which is a little bit annoying. It's never a little washing clothes situation here, but I mean, for the most part, like this house is pretty awesome. Like I'm able to take a nice cold shower. Not always a warm shower, but a cold shower, and I'm able to take a cold shower. I have a good bed. We have walls everywhere and like a lot of space and internet, and so it's been good. And what we've been doing is we've just been going, we're working with this pastor. His name is Jean-Bor Horvat, like I said, and he just has like a really awesome, like sweet vision for like this area and like this country of Romania, and like specifically the area of Transylvania, and then really specifically the city of Târgu, which is where we're staying. And so like it's been really awesome, like just hearing his story, and like I've gotten a lot of time to just spend with him and talk with him. Like we walk a lot and so I get a lot of time like just to kind of hang out at the front of the line and just like talk with him. I just did that. See how this is loopy now? I did that on accident. I feel bad about it, but not too bad. But anyways, I've gotten a lot of time to just talk with him and really hear his heart, and like he's really just kind of opened up. And we got to tonight was the first church service of his that we've gotten to go to. The church, he leads a very small church in the city center that's kind of different from a lot of the churches in this area, just because most of the churches are very they're like Anglican church, but it's the Romanian version of that, so it's just very structured, like priests and like very not I don't know, just very rules based and very religious. No real life, no relationship with God. And so he leads a church that's kind of different from that, and just that in that it offers a relationship with God. So it's really cool to like see his vision and like hear how excited he is about his vision. Like he just wants so badly for God to move in this country, which is really awesome, like to just kind of get to pray into that with him. And we spend a lot of our time, a lot of our days like just in the city, in the public places, in the parks, and in the and by parks, he says parks, but really he just means like medians between two streets that are a little bit wider than normal medians, and that means park to him. But like really just like the public places in the city, and the university, there's a big medical university in the city, just kind of going to those areas and just praying that like God would begin to move, because really like people are closed, and so we've just been doing a lot of like praying and like just interceding for people. It's been good because it's been like a really big growing experience, just learning to trust the power of prayer and trust that like God's really gonna move if I just pray. And Like, I just think we've really just kind of been stepping into that, and it's a really cool thing to like step into our first month, just because I think that prayer is going to end up being a really powerful thing for our entire year. So we've been doing that a lot. We went out, you'll see in the video as it goes on, you'll see we went out to a gypsy village one day. Went just kind of some of the villages, like there's Tergamaresh is like in the middle, and then like all around it there's like hills all around it, and then if you go over the hills there's like little tiny villages of basically poorer people in general. And we're staying in one of those villages. Ours is a little bit nicer, but we're staying in one of those villages, and so we went to a gypsy village. Some of the gypsy villages are outside the city, which if you're wondering what a gypsy really is, it's basically like the Romanian version of like the American Indians. They're just the indigenous people here that have now been kind of forced to the outsides of the cities and are like poorer and kind of struggle in that way. So that's what gypsies really are. And so we went out to their village and just got a chance to encourage some like believers and people who are like some gypsies who are on their way to being believers, who definitely have like something going on in their heart, but like we're not really sure yet. Just got a chance to encourage them and just kind of worship with them and pray for them, and it was really cool. It's crazy how much like God can work in you like through prayer, and like how much God can do in your heart by like leading you to pray for others, and pray for places and stuff. So that's been really cool to see. And then just like my team has just been really awesome, just to see that like God really just, we call our team time naked time. That's like the name that we have for it. We have team time every night, sometimes for like 3 or 4 hours, and like it's just, we call it naked time, and it's really just a time where we spend like telling each other like things that we saw about each other during the day, like good and like good things, and then like things that we think are constructive, like that we think you can work on. But it all comes from a place of love, and it's just been so life-giving, really awesome. And I'll probably talk more about that. It's, the World Race calls it feedback, we call it naked time, but it's just a really awesome thing that like is part of the culture here that I'm really enjoying. And so there's been a lot of life in that, and just giving each other our testimonies and really getting real with each other, getting completely nude, just getting our nude on, you know, getting butt naked. It's been really awesome. Emotionally and spiritually, of course, not physically, but it's been really good. And it's just amazing how much you can grow if like you let people speak truth to you every day about who you are and who you're not. So that's been really awesome. What else do I want to tell you right now? The city of Tergamaresh is awesome. Like, just a really like pretty city for Eastern Europe. You think of most cities in Eastern Europe as just being like really war torn by the just from World War II and stuff, but like Tergamaresh is really preserved well. It's kind of like, they call it the historical capital of Romania. You still didn't see my quotes, you just saw the shadow on my chest. See it? See the shadow? But this is the real thing. It's the historical capital of Romania and kind of this area. And there's a lot of Hungarian people here. It's like almost half Hungarian. There's some weird cultural things going on there, like between the Hungarians and the Romanians, but that's another story. But anyways, it's kind of like the historical capital. It's just a really pretty city, which you'll also see later on the video. And, you know, just as kind of, I'm going to close the video up just because it's getting long and it won't fit on YouTube if I make it too much longer, but, like, it's just been really fun. Like, we're having fun. And, like, sometimes there's days where, like, I get really discouraged and I'm, like, having trouble believing that, like, God's really working through us, and, like, having trouble believing that, like, I can really be here for another 11 months, because really it's 11 months minus 1 week at this point. And so like I have trouble like dealing with that, and like I really miss this redheaded girl named Leah, but like God's been so good, and just really like kind of just exposing some of the lies that I tell myself just about, I don't know, that I have anything to be annoyed with or anything to like doubt. And so it's been really awesome. God's definitely working in me in a lot of ways. I kind of want to talk more about him, but like I'm just not gonna do it right now. But I just want to let you guys all know that like, you know, stuff's going good. My team is really like growing, and like God's being faithful. And just kind of want to let you know a little bit about what we're doing. I love you all, especially my family. I really miss you guys. my mom and dad, really miss you guys. I want to talk to you guys soon. And then my 2 sisters I really am missing lately, and then my little brother I'm missing a whole lot too. And so I miss you guys a lot, and I wanted to Skype with you guys soon if I can get some time. This first week's been kind of busy, but I think it's going to slow down a little bit. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.